gonna be my first time ever in Egypt, so really excited and can't wait to start and play for Wadi Degla. What I can promise is to deliver performance and to make sure that the team will now reach higher ranks in the table. That's the ambition of the club. Club is young. We try to compete with the best team in Egypt. So this is what I promise, because I'm a competitor, and when I come to Egypt is to make history. Now that I signed for Wadi Degla, all of my friends will support this team, and that's the kind of relationship we have. We all support each other. No matter where we play all over the world, we all following what each other is doing, and it gets easier now with the social media, with the pictures, the videos, so everything is live now. Oh, it's always overwhelming when you receive such a welcome from the kids and from the people who came here to support me. So I'm very sensitive to that. And of course, there was a lot of media question about my arrival here in this league, but this will come, I would say, in the next couple of days. I will have time to think about it. But first, about the kids. This soccer school, those kids from the academy, it was great, the first impression. Yeah, it's the first time ever to drive a boat. I have a friend who has a boat like that, but he never trusts me enough to allow me to drive it, and it's a nice feeling. You have to be responsible for all the people on board, but still, as I told you, I drive better than in Ribery. Yeah, I know him from France. I played against him when I started my career. I played against him. He was playing for Olympique Lyonnais, and I knew him as well when he started his young career as a coach in France. And when he went to Mali, and when he went to TP Mazembe, so I've been following his career. I was shareholder in the French club, in French division, second division in France, Dijon, and he got that team promoted. So since that day, I knew him, and it's always been in the part of my head one day to work with him, because I really like his style of management, and I think he's going to have a bright future in the management. I'm not so young, but I will always be a competitor, and I came here to compete.
أنا جاي هنا عشان نتنافس.
I will need you to let me compete.
هحتاج إن إحنا كلنا نساعد بعض علشان نبقى
About football, I see football fans everywhere, so this is what I like the most. Everywhere you go, anyone can tell you what his favorite team is. So I'm very pleased the way they welcome here in the country, and even last night when we went to play with those kids in the street, you can see with football you can go anywhere, and you don't need passport, there's no nationality, and brings people together. Oh, that's something that every boy wants to do when he plays against his idol. They want to compare themselves to me, and they try to give me a panna, to put the ball between my legs. We were supposed to play together, but after a while it was a 2 against 1, and they were trying to humiliate me and to pass the ball through my legs. And I don't blame them for this, and it's a great feeling. So I was very careful for not to let this happen, especially with the camera. It would follow me everywhere. I've been invited to discover the pyramids from my second day here in Cairo, and it's wonderful. It's a great opportunity, and I really appreciate that, and it's great. You see me on a camel, first time ever as well, so it's nice. When you see them, there's many questions come to your head. How did they build it? What was the process and what's inside? You know, there's some kind of mystery, and it's very interesting.
Malouda is a top player of the world. He's very experienced, and he's in this age. I think players want to give their experience to younger players, to younger competitions, to newer competitions. They want to add value by being there for younger kids, for younger clubs, for for competitions that want to prove themselves. And I think he can find all those things with Wadi Degla in Egypt. The philosophy of the club is depending on skillful players, very skillful, young, trained players. We scout them when they're 12 years old. We keep them in our academies till they are 18 years old. They come out of the academy. They are top in their skills, but they lack a lot of physical and tactical experience. The tactical experience they can only get when they are coached on the pitch with top players like Malouda, and that's why Malouda was one of the stars that we targeted, because we want to give experience to our young players through the existence of such a world-class player.
Hello, can I play with you? Yes. Okay. And now the modern football shoes are the materials are very light, and so it's close to that feeling of playing barefoot. And I think for the control and the feeling on the ball, it's something they're developing a skill, and I think it will be helpful for their career. I was impressed by the quality, the technical quality and the abilities to play barefoot, because it's not everyone who's used to play barefoot. Myself, I've been playing barefoot for a long time, and to see their touch on the ball is very nice, and you can see that they used to stay together, and I really appreciate that, and they were very pleased to meet me as well. So it's a nice experience, and I hope in the future, maybe when they will put the football shoes on, they will be great assets for Egypt.